I joined ADB after working in private sector for more than a decade. I wanted to link my private sector knowledge and expertise with my country's development agenda. Armenia is a landlocked upper middle income country with a population of 3 million and 10 million diaspora spread all over the world. The private sector has an important role to play in the country's growth story. And in fact, ADB has strong focus toward this non-sovereign lending with close to 40% of share in the total portfolio. Despite COVID-19 and other external challenges, Armenia registered a strong 11% economic growth in the first half of 2022. However, the growth to be robust and sustainable, Armenia needs to look into the new knowledge management practices, strategic thinking and planning, and also strong regulatory framework in the country effectively. The country has huge potential to flourish and leapfrog, and we at ADB are here to support that. In my role, I work with different teams within ADB to make this happen. For example, together with Office of General Counsel, we are providing knowledge and advice on how to close the regulatory and legislative gaps in the country, and also how to apply the existing and new knowledge strategically to turn into the solutions for private sector to flourish. Beyond the technical and knowledge advice, we are working on three things: modernizing the insolvency regulatory framework, second, supporting the establishment of regional arbitration center, and third, providing different mechanisms for small dispute resolutions. All of this will enhance countries' judicial capacity to solve economic disputes and also will provide competitive edge to the country. End of 2021, Armenia Resident Mission received a request to provide deeper institutional capacity development for one of the state agencies for strategy development, decision-making, and organizational knowledge management to enhance the agency's innovation capacity, quality, and efficiency. This should mean that ADB is not just recognized as a technical and financial institution, but rather as a knowledge partner. Let me tell you how we went about it. A multidisciplinary team was formed: SDCC Knowledge, Office of General Counsel, and Armenia Resident Mission, with several discussions, interactions together, also consultation with the government, in particular Ministry of Justice, in order to understand the priorities and to be relevant. Afterwards, our knowledge advisory team, as we call us, came up with a tailored program which has three layers: strategic thinking and foresight for anticipatory policy making to future test the strategies of Ministry of Justice, second, institutional knowledge management, and third, continuous improvement of technical skills of the personnel. We had 2 days of workshop. Different participants from different divisions of Ministry of Justice were present. Jointly, we future-proofed the strategies of the agency and also identified the knowledge gaps and the needs. Practical tools of future thinking and foresight like backcasting, future triangle, future wheel, and other knowledge mapping tools were exercised. For example, backcasting is a tool which gives an opportunity to define the long-term future and to identify what has to be done short-term, mid-term, and long-term, but in the reverse order to achieve that. So we asked the participants to define their future with these terms, and they felt so empowered because they saw the utility. They took the commitment towards the actions needs to be done. Imagine if you could backcast from potential COVID-19 future. Then everyone would be digital ready and agile for remote working. And many businesses, organizations, governments would have survived. Of course, not everything is possible to control. However, the anticipation and preparedness makes us all more agile and also minimizes the potential negative implications. The 2 days workshop went really very well because the participants saw the utility. And right after the intervention, we received another request from the same agency to provide knowledge management session for newly to be set up regional arbitration center in the country, which has very important role for private sector enabling environment. Our knowledge advisory team is working on it, and the knowledge from the workshop will be tested and implemented. What does this story of Armenia tell us? It proves, as a knowledge institution, we are there to support our developing member countries to cope with the challenges and issues they face by equipping them with the right strategic tools and techniques to make them future ready. In addition of being a senior investment officer in Armenia Resident Mission, as a knowledge coordinator, I feel fulfilled to take this key role in the multidisciplinary team to design and provide the tailored and effective solutions in this ever-changing and developing world. The knowledge advisory services of ADB are key to tackle the challenges coming both from private and public sector from our developing member countries. Development requires strong institutions and strong leadership. Thank you.